you get when you combine two childhood friends who have never grown up, have an unhealthy competitive streak, and always think they're the funniest people in the room? You get the Unfunniest Podcast!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, now, we call this the act of mating.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children.
Illegal. Guess what, folks? We're back. Episode number 18. One more year away from going to Canada. We are officially legal adults in the United States. We can vote. And 3 more years away from being able to drink. Welcome back, Mike and Jimmy. How's things been?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. Fine, Miller.
Were you out on the boat this weekend, guys?
No, definitely not. Mike?
I went down yesterday and did my favorite thing and cleaned, and then
he meditated.
I meditated while cleaning, and then we cooked out. Actually bought a couple of steaks, some corn on the cob. Went to the concert/band that was playing last night, which was Joey V. He's always a spectacular show, and he did not disappoint this time. He always focuses his shows around veterans. And salute to them, commemorative, however you want to talk about it. So it was in typical Joey V fashion. He did a spectacular job. Awesome. Actually, I was thinking he was going to be in St. Clair, but he told me he is not going to be in St. Clair this year. So he was there last year in the Downtown St. Clair concert series, which I didn't realize that from, I believe, middle of May to the end of September, St. Clair has live bands in the promenade there on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. I might be exaggerating the Thursday thing, but yeah, anybody looking for a nice outside, beautiful setting with the St. Clair River in the background, live music, St. Clair provides said bands and concerts.
You know, that's one of the things I miss about Texas the most. You talked about live music. No place I'd ever been as far as live music, live bands was like living down in Texas. And you'd have big country music stars just playing a random bar on a Thursday night.
Really?
For a Wednesday night. Something
even more
like
than Nashville?
Yeah, I never lived in Nashville.
Miller
so
never lived in Nashville. It's one of the very few places in the entire planet he's not lived.
I know, exactly.
Just ask him. He'll tell you.
Put it on the list.
Put it on the list.
But yeah, live music, there's nothing like it. It's just cool to go to, cool to listen to. Just no matter, even if the band sucks, it's usually good just because it's out with people.
The only issue at Belmar is the building that it's in does not have the greatest acoustics. It's hot as all you know what in there. And they have picnic tables set up. There's no stage. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Joe about this tonight. He's actually got a portable stage that he could bring in, but the powers that be aren't willing to pay the cost to set up the portable stage. But nonetheless,
EVs in there.
Yeah. Well, listen, again, he put on a really good show, and kudos to him and his band. But again, that being inside of a storage building with no levitation in terms of the band actually being up and how hot it is in there, oh man, it is roasting. But then today, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, Miller, if I sent you pictures, it was a completely different venue. They took, there was the Dagnabbit, I'm going to forget the name of the orchestra that actually played at Belmar today.
Man.
On the grass, in the background. It was pretty neat.
Like a Detroit Symphony type thing?
Yes.
Wow.
A 60-member. Hold on, I'm going to share my screen when I pull this picture up here momentarily. So this is the one thing that they were talking about prior to this happening. There was not a lot of pop and circumstance surrounding it. Like they didn't necessarily promote it all that great. But and this is the one they were actually really concerned about it not having a great turnout. But honestly, it turned out really phenomenal. There's my word again. Yes, I know.
Well, define pomp and then define circumstance. So why do you have to have both of them at the same time?
That is a question that you probably have an answer to, and you're going to give us the answer.
No, I don't, honestly.
It's great. I thought that was you were being funny.
No. I may have to look it up now, but
he's asking for a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but for Jimmy's sake, why don't you let Jimmy know what it is?
Yeah, put it on
pop and circumstance. All right, so hold on. I'm going to share my screen here momentarily. If I can just get There we go. Let's share my screen. So here is the. There it is. Wow. That is the orchestra, the symphony orchestra that was playing today at Belmar with, obviously, the very cool background.
All right, Mike, I got to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Now that you're on the board, where was the email about this?
Well, considering my first board meeting is until this Wednesday night.
Okay. It's no excuse.
I'll have to bring that up. I've not been an integral part of the board
there's
agenda.
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah, that actually doesn't even do it justice. Yeah. So it's off to the left. There's a lot of golf carts behind us. There's a ton of golf carts to the right. And again, I think
who knows? I might have missed it. I'm not calling you out by any means.
No, you didn't miss it because there was not, like I said, there must have been an email that went out earlier and nobody really knew about it until you actually pulled up into the marina and there was a couple of signs. The bathhouses all had signs and you could hear everybody kind of going, wait a minute, there's an orchestra playing?
Perfect.
Sure enough.
Perfect spot, perfect background.
So this is where I was going with this, which I find myself saying a lot because I go off on these tangents and then you guys have to reel me back in a hurry. But we were talking about possibly at some point, some scenario, putting these bands, because there is a band that plays every Saturday night. That's the new thing at Belmar. Putting them out onto the lawn there with that background, even if you have a portable tent type setup, I think that would be spectacular. Now, the other place I was going to go is to bring up the old Aquapalooza.
Oh,
you guys remember? Remember the old Aquapalooza?
When you're done, I got to piggyback off of that.
Wasn't there like a tornado one year at one of the Aquapaloozas or something? I remember it was nasty weather one year.
Yeah, so I think in the very first year, Jim, you can correct me, but I believe I'm pretty accurate on this, that the very first year of the Aquapalooza, it was at Mac Ray.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it was in front of. It was actually held on
steps on the seawall to go up to.
No, that's right. They did.
No, the second year, then they did it to Belmar.
They did it to Belmar.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe it was. I think it was 2013. Was at Mac Ray. That was it. That was the first inaugural year of the Aquapalooza. 14 was at Belmar, and 2015 was at Belmar. And then the lawyers got a hold of the owner of Belmar Harbor, Eric, and said, "Someone is going to die. And you're going to be on the hook." It was utter chaos.
It was, in using your word, phenomenal. The stage, the sound system. I mean, there was waves made by the sound system. It was incredible.
Yeah, well, Joey V and I were talking about it tonight because he played for the private Belmar only party on that Friday night.
Yeah,
and he said that it was. It was absolutely awesome. Aquapalooza. Hold on, I'm going to bring up a picture of it here. Let's see if we can get the pictures.
So where is it now? Is it is it in the water now?
It's not.
No, it's only at certain.
If you ask me personally, is better than the raft off or.
I would agree with you.
Yes,
I would agree with you.
It was. They would do a DJ for an hour. Then they do a live band for an hour. It fit everybody's.
Okay, good. I found the Aquapalooza from 2014. We're going to throw Miller way off because this was not discussed in the
this was not our pre-show meeting.
No,
this was not in the pre-show meeting.
Here we go.
Not in the agenda.
We're going to be 1:30 in.
So we're going to go. Here we go. All right.
Oh,
this is right, Aquapalooza 2000.
Up in the air.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Music.
Where's Psych Ward?
I don't see a stage yet.
Psych Ward.
Look at all those boats. Yeah, there's Mac Ray in the back. I mean, look at the amount of boats. Okay, so there's obviously, as you can see, there's the stage. Mars in the background with all the trees.
Yes.
There's the
there it is.
There's the whatchamacallit from down south. This is great music, by the way. There's the stage. And this is Aquapalooza. It's a Sea Ray sponsored group party concert series. Water.
This might be our new theme song.
This song?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
Why not?
Yeah, so there's the stage right there, and then you can see all the people. Now this is actually when the water was pretty low again. But I'm gonna fast forward.
Look how calm it is out there. That's rare nowadays.
Yeah, that's pretty rare.
For the Belmar.
Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore.
No.
So yeah, this is where. Oh, there you go. This is an even better view. So if everybody can see off to the left, there's a channel there that goes into Belmar. There's a channel to the right. The problem that they were having is people were literally trying to walk across that, swim across it. This whole area in the center where the stage was, it got pretty rowdy, as you can probably imagine, just based off all these boats. And then I think again
it's a badass view.
Yeah, it is a great view.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever actually seen this before. So there we go. Yeah, there's wow. Look at the trees in that crappy marina across from us.
Oh yeah,
those are actually down now. That almost looks like a beach for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So again, this was basically where they held the Aquapalooza back in 2014, 2015. So if you're looking at Belmar where those trees are to the right, they actually put a catwalk and then steps that went down into the water. You had to gain access both to the water and to come back out of the water back into Belmar Harbor. You had to have a Belmar Harbor issued wristband. Otherwise, you couldn't get in because they didn't want a bunch of riffraff running around the marina, which I understand. Yeah. But again,
I'm the riffraff.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, Miller, he's out. He gone.
He gone.
Check my W-2. I don't belong.
Huh?
I'm joking. I said check my W-2.
So speaking of Palooza, I just want to mention something real quick.
Yeah, you said you were going somewhere with that too.
Yeah. So our good friend Kristen Humpick, she has her annual party for her dad once a year, Gary Palooza. So that was yesterday. He unfortunately passed
It was
away.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Where was it at?
Her house. So
that she doesn't do it. Oh, that's right, because she doesn't vote anymore.
So I think it was the first 4 or 5 years. It was always a raft off on Lake St. Clair, right outside that marina.
Yeah.
And she moved it to her house. But anyways, so I stopped by there last night for maybe an hour or two. So it was good. Cool. Great guy. Hard working blue collar guy. Got to retire early and unfortunately passed away early. So
that was
shout out to Kristen, her mom, Lori.
She had that in front of the now it's called Lucas Family Marina, I think. Yeah. She had it in front of there for 5 or 6 years, right?
Had a live band. And,
yeah. Now, of course, cool. They piggyback. They piggyback.
I still have that picture when you had the 35-footer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all.
I think it was 8, 9, 10 lined up.
Boats lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
was pretty sweet.
BA picture.
Hey, they had singing
today. Bobby was on top.
Yeah, Bobby was on top of that hardtop. Yeah. I'll have to find that picture.
Yeah, I got it.
So another, obviously, end of the year boating, end of the year, kind of the summer's winding down.
Easy, killer.
Easy.
Settle down on the winding down crap.
School for Charlotte starts tomorrow. School for a lot of schools in the Metro Detroit area start tomorrow. Jimmy, you said the Lexi doesn't start till after Labor Day. We had a little battle going on beforehand. For those that aren't in Michigan or aren't aware, a law was passed a number of years ago where schools legally were not allowed to start before Labor Day. The reason is the state of Michigan, if everything I read was correct, was losing millions and millions of dollars in tourism because when they started before Labor Day, it was that one last weekend and people weren't taking vacations that weekend. And because of that, they passed the law. Public schools could not start until after. And lo and behold, that's been away for a while. The state of Michigan is now trying to change that. The Michigan Education Association and the school districts now with all the new contracts are moving that up so they can start prior to the holiday. Two things. Number one, a couple things. Football starting and school's not in session. And that's always a weird thing when you've got football games before school even starts. I like to have that kind of piggyback with each other to have both of those together. But I think part of the other thing too, it's kind of nice to be able to start. So that way, especially if there's snow days, anything else, it gives schools a little more leeway. And kids get out of school a little bit earlier instead of a lot of these schools getting out the end of June nowadays, middle of June. Now they can get out towards, I always remember getting out early in June and late in May when it comes to a lot of those things. A lot of those times.
I will comment on this topic, but Miller, you said no politics, so no.
Well, I wouldn't call it politics per se.
There's a little bit to it, but I'm just.
It is.
So Michigan state law required public K through 12 schools to start after Labor Day for many years. A rule passed to support this, exactly what Miller just said, to support the state's tourism industry. However, a growing number of schools have secured waivers, or new laws have been proposed to allow earlier starts, making this requirement less strict than it once was. Many schools still start after Labor Day, but an increasing number choose to begin their academic year in late August to align with other factors, such as professional development and the desire to finish school before Memorial Day. Okay, my first argument against this is, if you are a child these days, let's just use this whatever you wanted to call this crap that we just had, if you want to call it spring. It didn't get warm until June 18th. So if you're getting out before Memorial Day, you basically lose, what we just did, you lose all of May, you practically lose all of June. So you have the month of July for summer vacations. And you can talk what you want about going year-round and everything else. But summer is the time for vacations. People take off for work. Obviously, the kids are out of school. But again, you have a year like this where essentially summer was July and the last 3 weeks up until today. This week is going to be hell on earth where the highs are going to be in the upper 60s. It's August. It should be 100 degrees. Argue with that either.
No, I mean, it's healthy for kids to have time off, period.
The law was enacted to keep students out of school during the peak summer tourism season. Again, to Miller's point, and a very valid point at that, allowing them to work and families to spend money at tourist destinations. And this is actually what Ohio, because of course I have accounts in Ohio that I talk to all the time, and they actually have said we need to emulate what Michigan's doing, because it's the same exact thing is happening, where the tourism industry in Ohio is basically decimated for the month of August. Those kids go back the second week in August. Essentially, again, I keep saying essentially, summer's over by the time the end of July rolls around. And in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, that is way too short. You're getting out in May. It's still cold. Say what you want. It's still cold. And people want to go swimming, and they want to go on boats, and they want to go on trips, and they want to do tourism, and they want to go up north, and they want to go to this and that and everything else. And you start putting these kids in school in the second week in August, and you are eliminating August as a summer tourism month. So there you go. I wasn't even ranting, and it was a rant. Go ahead, Miller. Your rebuttal.
Indiana a lot of my contacts in Indiana started early in August. A lot of school districts that I've in
They started in
South,
July.
Yeah, some of them start early.
There's no hope.
Obviously, in a lot of cases, the other part where they didn't have. Schools didn't have air conditioning, so they didn't go during the summertime.
Yep.
Now all these schools are air conditioned. Like for instance, where I'll be next week in Arizona, they start early to mid-July. A lot of school districts, because number one, it's just hell on earth. It's going to be 115 degrees when I land in Phoenix tomorrow.
It's a dry heat.
Whatever. Who wants to be out during 115 degrees? Let's keep the kids in school right now, and when it's reasonably, they'll be off.
Hang out
But honestly. I
Oh.
really think, and you guys disagree, I think that there should be year-round school, but not 52 weeks a year. Yeah. During the holidays, the kids will get 2-3 weeks off. And then during the summer break, you get 3-4 weeks off when it comes to that. Instead of the 2 or 3 months, you break it out like that. And you don't have as much brain rot. You don't have as much time like that.
Yeah, but studies show, and this has been going on for generations. Studies show that the kids, their attention deficit disorders go to the nth degree in the middle of summer when they're in school and so. They've done plenty of tests. It's sunny out. The body naturally wants to be outside in that type of climate and enjoying it, as opposed to sitting in a stupid classroom where they should not be in the middle of July. But
that's the thing.
You can go back and forth.
You take time off, it motivates you. Your body
recharge.
rests.
Yeah, and I see what Mark's saying too. I mean, there's definitely. I mean, if you have 3 weeks off,
look at the bye week.
We're
in
not
the
talking.
NFL. You know, like those guys love it. They're like, "Oh, we need this."
Till the Lions take one the third week in the season.
2 weeks off. But
speaking about, we'll bring this up later. But I heard this and it was on some business or some sports podcast that if you lose one game in the NFL, it's equivalent of a 7 to 8 game losing streak in baseball.
7 to 8 games.
Yeah. I can see that.
You got 162 versus 17 games. It's almost 10 games per one game. It's like a 10-game losing streak. We'll talk about that later. That was the 80.
I draw the correlation to that. What if you lose a weekend like yesterday, crap, cloudy, and miserable again? If you lose one weekend of boating when you live in the Midwest, you feel like you lost the whole summer.
Oh God, there you go.
I had this conversation with
I went golfing this morning.
I don't know if today was
golfing.
Yeah,
Jimmy went golfing.
Yeah,
did you really?
We'll have to.
Oh yeah. Oak Ridge, 26 and
whoa.
94.
Do you have any videos?
No. Hold on. Well,
oh yeah. Screen. I want to see these videos of Jim golfing.
I shot all right. So that's the first time I golfed in probably 2.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a little nervous with my knee. I wrapped a HELL out of it, put the brace on, played 9. It was good. I'm going to use your word, Mike, here. I played with my fellow esteemed colleague, Brian Aller, also a mentor of mine. So, yeah, it was fun.
He brought it up. Shane and you saying that his name.
Yes. He brought it up Thursday. He's like, hey, you want to go golfing Sunday morning? I was like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, why not?
Teed off at 9:33. Right. So anyways.
Not bad. So, okay. So let's talk about, you said cold weather. It's going to bring me one of my notes here. This is going to be, is Miller cheap or are things out of control? I was looking at buying some Lions gear, looking at buying some Western gear, some different stuff there. And, even to the point of looking at, buying new pants or whatever you need to buy. I mean, shorts. Some of these direct-to-consumer companies, or even some of the, let's just say some of the NFL shops, paying $100 for a sweatshirt, paying $60, $50 for a T-shirt, paying once again,
used to pay for a jersey.
Oh, jerseys are
NHL jersey, real, authentic NHLs. Yeah, 100 bucks for those.
No,
they're more than that now, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're like
$375, $200.
Oh, those are the replicas. Let alone if you want a real fight strap, you want everything else, you're probably 300 plus.
Listen, I could go in my closet right now and go to a couple of my number 19 Kosar jerseys that are from the early 90s. I believe back then they were $99. That was the authentic.
The great thing about that is it still fits you.
Wow. Listen, it actually will fit me now. 5, 8, 10 years ago, they were a little tight, but I still stretched them on. They were stretchy. But yes, Mark, to your point.
Yeah. You go into, what is it? Not Fanatics. You go into Rally House. My God, you need a loan to go into Rally House if you want to buy anything.
That's where I get all my sports gear from.
What is Rally House? What is Rally House?
It's the place to go for all sports.
Oh, who knew?
Unfortunately, Mike, they don't carry Ohio.
This is how
Cleveland.
Huh?
They don't carry any Cleveland.
They don't have any Brown stuff there.
No.
In Ohio, they do.
No, Tigers.
It's a nationwide chain. It's at least a Midwest, if not nationwide chain.
Pistons, Wings, Lions.
Yeah. But I mean, that if you want to get a Lions sweatshirt there, or let's say a Lions polo shirt, God forbid, you're probably going to be $80 for a polo shirt.
No,
you want a T-shirt, simple Lions T-shirt, you're probably $40, $50 minimum. I mean, it goes back. We were at Costco today, and you see Lions gear, and I at first thought was, God, this is expensive for Costco at $29 for a Lions sweatshirt, which obviously was pretty reasonable, but.
Costco had a Lions sweatshirt for $29.
I think so. Yeah. I think it was definitely. They had no, I didn't buy it.
Myers has them. Kroger's has them. But yeah, you walk into Rally House. Last thing I bought from there was a Lion quarter zip, and that was.
Is this like Hockey Town Authentics?
That was 120. Yeah,
it's. But first off, Mike, you've never heard of Rally House. This is field trip time. Mike's got to go to Rally House.
I'm surprised.
This time,
well, it's basically Hockey Town Authentics. They're in Troy.
Okay. Yeah. The last thing that I bought in terms of jersey, sweatshirts, anything was my number 19 Iserman jersey, probably from 1998.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just not. I used to be, as you guys know, my room at the old house on Barbara in Utica was nothing but Browns, nothing but everything paraphernalia
The
Browns.
little step stool, the little stool with the brown cleat. Brown
Actually,
cleats.
That is downstairs with the
your walls were orange, weren't they? Orange
No,
and
but they
brown?
had what house did we live in that I had the actual Browns banner or the border, the wallpaper border? It had Browns.
Oh, that was Barbara.
It was Barbara. Yeah,
Yeah.
it did have Browns
Yeah.
border up there. Which I mean, listen, I was obviously a huge Browns fan. Anything to do with Cleveland, essentially, with the Cavs or even the Indians, but it was mostly
They
Browns.
made a bad player. They lost. You punch a hole in the drywall. You know.
Yes. But that was I know I'm really dating myself. Honestly, I think the last thing I bought in terms of sports team wear was my Eiserman jersey, and I think that was 98. Oh yeah, by the way, I could probably bring up another.
Your Eisenman jersey. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's white number 19.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you guys hear the news this week in regard to the Red Wings?
I was going to bring that up.
The number
91?
The number 91 is going to be retired. It's
about
heck, it was on billboards around
It's about
town.
time. 15 years late.
Yeah, I agree. He was an integral part of that run, of that era of Red Wings hockey. I don't know why it took them this long. I don't know. I don't remember what the argument was against him having his jersey retired.
There was some fighting between the Illich, Mr. I. I think it had to do when he was a free agent or something. But let bygones be bygones. Sergei was you knew not only obviously the top when it came to one of the top Red Wings of all time, but then you look at the Russian Five, obviously integral when it came to a lot of that. And if you ever get the chance to hear the story of how they got him. I think it was how they got him defected, or was it the Peter Klima story? Maybe it might get
one of the greatest videos to watch. The Russian Five.
There's a 30. Isn't it? Is it a 30 for 30, or is it just a ESPN documentary?
I think it's just an ESPN one.
ESPN.
Yeah.
I've watched it at least 5 times.
Yeah, I've seen it once. Honestly, I probably need to watch it again.
I have it on DVD. It's incredible.
Can you bring it over?
I will. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even have a DVD player anymore.
Don't you really?
No.
Don't you have a PS2? Or PS3?
Probably Carter does somewhere.
Oh.
I don't game.
Yeah.
So
Not me.
Yeah, I think that his number should have been retired. I think it's great that it is going to be retired. I heard some arguments this week for and against, believe it or not, Matt Stafford's number 9 to be retired into the rafters of Ford Field. I figured Miller.
No. I will. I am.
Jim, you are the
I
resident Matt Stafford.
The Matt Stafford fan.
Yes.
He accomplished nothing here. No.
I mean, I don't know that I would argue that he accomplished nothing. He is the all-time Lions yardage passing leader.
Yes.
I don't even know who's the close second. Scott Mitchell.
That doesn't.
I think it is.
Your number and your jersey don't deserve to be in the rafters.
No, what he did with the Lions.
He's a great
yes,
person.
he was
He
great.
did a lot for the city.
But as far as a Detroit Lion, what he accomplished,
no,
nothing.
He left for a reason. He asked to leave. He
did.
They put a hell of a team together in L.A. Won the Super Bowl. Good for him.
Well, see, that's people get all fired up about that, about him. Well, he asked to leave. Yeah, he asked to leave because that franchise was an absolute POS.
Yeah.
They had zero commitment to winning per se, right? I mean, it's not until Spielman got involved in that organization and a couple of other people and Sheila Ford got involved that they finally,
It was all Martha walking through. You're fired. You're fired.
Yeah,
you're fired.
right.
You're fired. Yeah.
Well, but so look at it that way, though. I mean, Stafford the deck was stacked against him. He was not going to win anything with Detroit. I understand there's all this argument. Well, if he was as good as everybody thought he was, or as good as he thought he was, he would have led them to a playoff victory.
So here's No, keep going. Sorry.
No, I was going to say that game against Dallas and that ridiculous non-call for pass interference.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel! I mean,
it tore that team apart.
It did tear that team apart.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe
he was mic'd up. If you see him, he's like, I've never seen anything like this. You picked up a flag over a minute after the call.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Obscene.
I mean, they went to commercial and then they picked up the flag. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was New York.
What I was going to say, look, on the opposite side, look at Jared Goff. He came in, he got basically disowned by McVay.
Yeah.
You know? And
McVay did him dirty.
yeah. And dude, this guy, he's a special quarterback. He really is, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Any other players that you guys feel are deserving of their numbers being retired that have not been retired, or perhaps a retired jersey that shouldn't be in the rafters? That's a tough topic because I think most jerseys that are retired, I think everybody kind of agrees with. I heard the Verlander thing earlier in the week.
I could see that. I would.
Same thing.
Yeah.
He didn't do crap. He got in the World Series and he pooped the bed.
No.
Besides that, he's a complete ASS.
I mean, you
Get me
look at
started.
Miggy.
Get me started on Verlander, huh?
I mean, Miggy was the most dominant baseball player for a decade when he was a Tiger.
Yeah, I mean, he set all the records. Baseball's tough. I do think baseball's tough because I don't know if it's because it's hard to win the World Series. I don't think it's as hard to win the World Series as it is to win the Stanley Cup. But baseball is tough because there's so many individual records that you can set as opposed to football, as opposed to basketball.
A pitcher playing once every 5 days, as opposed to a position player playing every day.
Correct.
The one that comes to mind, I was going to say, I don't know, Darren McCarty. What do you guys think about that?
I like D-Mac, but
yeah, D-Mac. I mean,
see the argument against that though is, I mean, he didn't set any.
No,
he didn't set any records.
I'll tell you what, he stood up for the team and had their back.
Well, he did.
Obviously, the whole.
He
But
did.
but what about Kosar then? Because Kosar did the same thing in a lot of cases, and
Kosar.
Probert. Yeah.
Well, I think that Marty Lapointe, Maltby, Rapes. I mean, you could. I guess you could make an argument for the grind line.
That's the grind line. Yeah,
it is the grind line. But is it worthy of having your numbers retired? I don't know. As much, I love those guys, man. I love the grind line. I love that era of Red Wings hockey more than anything. But I don't think they deserve to have their numbers necessarily. Maybe not deserve. Are they credit worthy of having their jerseys retired and hung in the rafters? Probably not. They're certainly deserving of all the accolades that they get, but maybe not that. What's the other one that? Go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say, I was just thinking other sports too. The Pistons, I think everybody in the going to work Pistons, they retired
quickly.
Yeah. I think everybody it was like Tayshaun and everyone. I think the Lions, and I think he's getting it this year. Lomas Brown deserves it.
Lomas Brown.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think Lomas deserved it. I think Chris Spielman, I can't remember if Spielman's up there or not, but Spielman probably deserves it.
Is Spielman up there?
If he's not,
Spielman's
he probably
jersey
deserves
is retired.
Is it?
Chris
I can't
Spielman retired jersey. Jersey. We're getting off topic again. Here we go. Has not been retired by professional.
You haven't taken
off the rails
yet either.
I mean, Dick Night Train Lane, he does no business being part of that. He's got to get out of there.
Shut up. What did you just say? Dick Night Train? What?
I'm joking. Night Train Lane, he doesn't deserve to be retired. I mean, all he did was basically create the helmet slap and the, what do you call it? The clothesline of everyone. No.
Now I'm going to shift gears to the number 19, Bernie Kosar.
Oh, you got a video?
No, I don't. Well, listen, I have tons of videos of Bernie, but
I know you do.
I would make the absolute argument that number 19 needs to be retired. There's some wide receiver wearing it again this year, and I see it, and it drives me insane. I know Bernie didn't win the AFC Championship game, nor did he win a Super Bowl.
Wait, Bernie's not retired by the Browns?
No. Can you believe that?
I honestly can't.
He's among folklore in Cleveland. He was probably, I've said this many times, even on this podcast. He is probably still one of the most beloved sports figures in the city of Cleveland and the Browns nation in general. And his jersey is not retired. I completely disagree with that.
110% Mike's childhood.
Yeah. I mean, 1985 to 1993, with the Bernie Kosar era in Cleveland. Again, I was young. He was my idol and everything. Huh?
In all honesty, no. I mean, your love for Kosar, which obviously I always looked up
dogs
to you,
after him.
made
Kids
me
have number 19.
attach myself to Stafford. I'm like, all right, the Lions finally have a really good quarterback. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't remember what the argument is in Cleveland. I guess it's the same thing. Well, you can't say the same thing with Fedorov because Fedorov won 3 cups, but Bernie clearly never won the AFC Championship game, nor did he win the Super Bowl. But I would argue that it's not even his fault. I mean, Bernie did everything he could in all three of those games, well, the first two especially. And then you had the drive and you had the fumble. So neither of them were his fault. Same thing with Stafford and that non-PI call, but whatever. So yes, I thought that was an interesting topic.
Plus,
though,
Fedorov got a briefcase full of money, and they flew him overseas with nobody knowing about it.
The KHL,
Watch the documentary.
So
it's awesome. Anyways,
so
go ahead,
just
Miller.
curious. We talked about retired numbers, and I never even thought about it. The Lions have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers retired officially. Dutch Clark.
Who could forget Dutch Clark?
Well, I mean, he was a great player from 1931 to 1938 with 2 years off. Number 20, it's got to be. They have 3 players retired. Number 20, Lem Barney, Billy Sims, and Barry Sanders. Number 22, Bobby Lane. Number 37, Doak Walker. Number 56, Joe Schmidt, and number 85, Chuck Hughes. Now they have, and I forgot about this, they have the Ring of Honor, different than the retiring of numbers. So
the Lions?
So in the Ring of Honor,
What's that all about?
they have in 2009 they started it. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, I'll share my screen. And
I'd
I
like
never
to see who they are.
Yeah, I mean, so Lem Barney, Jack Christensen, Dutch Clark, Joe Creekmer, Dick Night Train Lane, Yale Larry, Bobby Lane, Barry
name.
Sanders, Charlie Sanders, Joe Schmidt, Doak Walker, and Alex W. Wojo.
From 1960 to 1965. Dick. What's it? What goes?
Kelvin Johnson.
Dick Night Train Lane.
Dick Night Train Lane.
They put Kelvin there, didn't they?
Man,
that?
he looks like a mean
Kelvin last year.
son of a gun.
Yeah. And this year it's going to be Robert Porcher. Robert Porcher is going to be there. This year is going to be 2025.
I would say that's well deserved.
Yeah. And I guess that's different. Somebody getting, obviously you only have 100 numbers. Well, 102 if you include the 0 and 00. Yeah. So you're pretty limited with football and even any other sport. But, the Ring of Honor is different versus, it's technically the team's Hall of Fame.
Let's throw it out to our listeners. 586-872. Call in now. Call or text. Yeah. Call or text with your favorite Ring of Honor inductee and those who you think should have had their numbers retired. How about
Dick LeBeau?
Oh yeah, Dick LeBeau.
Safety. So let's talk about the real Lions this year. Then it was obviously the 4th preseason game was finished, and I think maybe the 3 of us combined watch a total of 10 minutes, if that. Although the entire
5, not even 10.
Obviously, we know the number 1 quarterback. It's going to be Goff. I think we know pretty sure Kyle Allen, without a doubt, is going to be the number 2.
Did you see that fade pattern to the right corner of the end zone to?
I did see that.
What's his name?
Tesla.
Yeah,
it was
Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla.
No, it's Tesla.
He did the worm thing.
Oh, that worm was awesome.
Oh,
it was great.
I could do that. Just so you know,
Jimmy. No, you're not going in the hot. You've already had concussion protocol. You already have to have knee damage.
I think I'm past that.
You're not.
Like you've seen my worm.
First off, we're gonna have to cut amused. That. That was a double entendre, Jimmy. Please don't say those things again.
Okay, sorry.
But I think that
digress.
Is okay. Is Hendon Hooker going to be cut, or is he going to be the 3rd string?
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Son of a gun.
Anyways, to answer Miller's question, he needs to be cut.
Who?
Hooker.
Sorry. Oh, Hooker? Yeah, he's not. It amazes me over the last 2 years.
You can't put him in a game. All right, God forbid if Goff goes down. You can't put him in the game and expect any.
All right, I'm sharing my screen. Watch this pass. This is very impressive. Ready? Here we go.
To go in the second drive for the Lions. Reynolds once again the tailback.
White blue.
Down the sideline and in there. It's another.
Look at the height.
Look at that guy, dude.
Tesla, who worms his way.
When I say I can do that, I used to be able to do that. No more.
I used to be able to do that. It was a nice ball.
That was a great ball.
I can get used to seeing that.
That's what's his name?
Dude, the touch on that.
Yeah.
Who's the play-by-play guy?
That was
Benetti.
Oh, Jason Benetti, yeah.
Yeah. So he did the Lions game at 1:00. He did the Tigers game at 6. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I saw
they
a
showed him
video
taking
of
a golf cart between the
golf
two.
cart. Yeah, between the two
Yeah.
two stadiums. I thought it was pretty
Use
neat.
my word elite on the touch pass.
Yeah.
Mike's word phenomenal.
So
Impressive.
we'll talk. We got college football starting next week. We had a couple games this week. We had the Aer Lingus Bowl in Ireland. And the
Boy,
Pop-Tart
that could go off on the rails real fast. It's called the Aer Lingus Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Also, no, never mind.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, the Pop-Tarts were on the flight on the way over there, which is pretty funny. But
that's one.
Looked like a couple good games. Kansas State versus Iowa State. Kansas State's quarterback supposed to be a big deal, and Avery Johnson, and seemed to have a good game. But you can't. You're flying the first game over to Ireland. You can't take anything to the heart when it comes to any of that.
No.
But
Can somebody please explain to me why we're playing these games over on the other side of the pond? It's the same
Money.
thing with the NFL. Well, I know
Money.
it's money, but it's just kind of like, come on, man.
try-
I think they probably look at football, our football, like we look at soccer in the United States. It's an afterthought, and it's probably an afterthought over in Europe too, I
Yeah.
would think. But
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
Well, you lose a home
Aye.
game. You lose a home game,
Yeah, exactly.
and
For what?
there's no that you lose how many millions of dollars of revenue having a home game.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. And how much does it cost to fly the whole team overseas? So,
Probably compared to flying a team to, let's say, Los Angeles, probably not much difference. Maybe let's say $100,000 difference in the realm of things. That's not much for them. For us,
Right.
yeah, it's obviously a big deal.
Crying out.
But I think that's we'll talk about that. But the reason I bring that up, we'll talk next week. We're going to talk about college football, kind of our start when it comes to that, and the week after we're going to talk about
Big
the pro
noon
football.
kickoff. Texas
Oh, boy.
at Ohio State.
Who you got, Ward?
you wanna talk about Urban Meyer calling out Jim Harbaugh? How the NFL
Oh,
should?
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Oh,
I was
sorry,
going to
Noah.
bring that up. We could. I
just
find
broke
myself
your
saying the
topic.
same words over and over again. Harken back.
Let's bring that up next week in our college football,
Okay.
because there's going to be a lot more with Michigan and
Let's
all this
study
stuff going on, because
You're certain.
I'm sick of it right now with the attitude that Rich Eisen went off the other night about how people should be stopped. It's ridiculous what they're doing to Michigan, and I hope he was joking, because I love Rich Eisen's show, but it was kind of bad.
I like Rich
there.
Eisen too, but he wasn't joking.
It was
He's
bad.
such a slappy.
I didn't see that. I got to watch that. I'm gonna actually
Oh.
watch it as soon as we
Yeah.
get
Listen,
done here.
I don't want to get off
I
into
like
a
him too.
dissertation about Michigan again. But again, if you just want to do your own homework and you want to look at the executives in positions of power in the media and anything else to do with NCAA football, the Big Ten, the amount of Michigan executives, Michigan graduate executives, just do your own research. Then
Yep.
you'll scratch your head and go, you won't even scratch your head. You go, now I see why.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of now, I see
Egregious.
why, and seeing the clearing coming through. Tigers, after the losing 12-13, have seemed to be back. They went 5-2 on the most recent road trip, and they just took 2 out of 3 from Kansas City. That leads back up to 10.5 games over the Royals,
Kansas
I think,
City.
right now. Yeah, the Guardians flew back to 3rd place. It's I think they're flying a little under the radar right now with football starting here in Michigan, which is not a bad thing. It's given them the pressures off of them, I think, a little bit.
Think the
from Detroit
Tigers are?
media.
You think the Tigers are?
Yeah.
probably a little bit.
Compare-
Yep.
Yeah, which isn't a bad thing. It's all that pressure was on them, and I mean, let's be honest: is Detroit really like in New York or Chicago or Los Angeles when it comes to media? No, but any type of connection is obviously there.
Well, they're back
And
to they have a 2-game lead over the Blue Jays for the best record in the American League right now. So, and the Blue Jay, see, this is how finicky the baseball season is. Again, I'll say this: I think that the baseball season is too long. I understand with the money and the stadiums and everything else, but it's too stinking long. You could cut it down by 30 games easily.
Way too many games. I mean, they basically play every single day. Yeah.
What Mark to say about the media? I think even if, let's just say the Lions weren't any good, I still think that the diversion away is a natural occurrence because of how long the season is. It's almost like the core baseball fans go, wake me up when September comes, right? Because right now, for one, I wouldn't even call it. It's not even a pennant race anymore. I mean, they're up by 10 and a half games on the Royals. But again, you have this long of a season, and the attention goes away from it. And it really is a matter of, okay, maybe another 3 weeks, and then people will start paying attention to the Tigers again. Not that they're not, but yeah, there again, they have catapulted themselves right back to the top in the American League, and I believe the only team that's got a better record is Milwaukee. Correct? Yes, Milwaukee is 81-50. They've faltered a little bit lately. They're 4-6 in their last 10, but I don't think anybody saw the Brewers. Yeah, I don't think anybody saw the Brewers being that good.
No,
certainly not the Cubbies when the Cubs are 4 games up on them.
Yeah. Speaking of that, and I brought this up pregame. You mentioned it, Mike, with Jason Benetti going back and forth between Ford Field and Comerica Park, which for anyone that's never been down there is literally 1 block apart. They're not even 1 block apart. It's a 2-lane road between the two. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And and I'll swear, shits and giggles, I'll say it, decided to look at what parking cost for the day. Because obviously with one at 1 o'clock, one at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, how was that going to do? Cheapest parking within about 5 to 6 blocks of the 2 stadiums was about $50 to $60, and went upwards of $200 to $250 per parking to park for those days.
So that begs the question: what buffoon is paying $250 to park?
A lot of people.
Seriously, you really think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They wouldn't be charging it if they didn't get it.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, who in their right mind goes to an event and pays $200? Who pays $100?
Mike, the same.
I will tell you guys a little secret here.
Go ahead.
If the Red Wings are not playing, if you go in their parking garage, $20. Walk right across 75 into Comerica. Yes.
Well, but Mike, it's the same people that were paying $300-$400.
$40, $50, $60 in a dirt parking lot.
Yes. But it's the same people that were paying $300 to $400 for a preseason game ticket to go see the Lions preseason game.
Right.
Yeah.
Who is going to pay $300 to $400 to go see a preseason game? It's the same person that's going to pay $200 to park.
And they wonder what's wrong with society today.
What you doing, Mike? What you doing?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
I decided to take a little bit of a relaxed look here in my Salt Life royal blue, seafoam blue, whatever the hell you want to call it, shirt.
Everything's good.
Yeah, everything's great.
Right. Miller, you want to join us?
Speaking of that, and just because Mike's calm now, how about we get Mike? What's your rant of the week? Let's see what you got here. Give me one second.
Yeah. Oh, always forget about your rant.
It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Mike's rant of the week. And now, here is Mike with his rant.
Well, this week we're going to revert back to automobiles and driving techniques and being on the road. We went from driving to weather to toiletries to stalls to this, that, and everything else. But now we're going to go back to driving. It amazes me the amount of people, despite the law in this state and in most states now, that it is absolutely illegal to drive with a cell phone in your hand. And I might have had this rant a while back, but I'm going back to it one more time because I cannot believe this week alone.
You did.
Incredible. The amount of idiots that are driving on the road like this.
So
what? How stupid can you be? And of course, you're thinking to yourself immediately, where in the heck is the police officers now?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand. Like, if you are doing this, if you're listening to us, you can't get upset with me because I don't understand the mentality of this. Holding doggone good and well. Number one, how dangerous it is. Number two, it's literally illegal. Number three, okay, let's say here's another one. Even if they're not driving down the road with it, it's still illegal to have it in your hand, even at a stoplight. The amount of people with their phone in their hand at a stoplight going, I'm at a stoplight right now. I better check my Facebook because I'm going to see if I got a like in the last 10 minutes. Dude, how horrible is your life that you, huh?
You need to use that voice the whole time on this podcast.
How pathetic is your life that you cannot go 5 minutes in the course of a drive without looking at your phone? I just don't understand.
I'll tell you what, I get pissed off when I get a phone call I get in my truck and I'm not connected to whatever you want to call it. And I was like, hang on. I put it on speaker. Got Bluetooth connected. You there?
Right.
Yeah. What's going on over there?
How many people have Bluetooth in their cars? You see people driving brand new cars that have Bluetooth, have a good system for hands free,
and they're holding it still in their hand,
talking like this.
2018, they all had Bluetooth connections.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Even before that.
Yeah,
I would say mid-teens, mid-2000 teens. Is that how we say that? Mid-2000 teens.
It's the teens, and then because the 07, 06, that's the aughts. Those are called the aughts.
What?
The aughts.
Wow, I've just been educated on what to call.
Don't ask me how to spell it, but I know it's called the aughts.
OUGHTS.
That's our aughts. That's our
maybe the O was a 0.
What's that?
Here we go. We're going off the rails, and I didn't even get kicked off and have to go to the bathroom like last week.
Mike didn't even have to pee, and here we go again.
Hey, listen. So my rant last week. Hold on. I'm gonna piggyback off my rant from last week real quick. So I was talking about plastic surgery, right? Excuse me. So our friend, I don't know if I'm going to call her a friend, but Jamie Lee Curtis, who came out this week and slammed the industry of plastic surgery. I'm going to read this really quick. In an interview with The Guardian published on Saturday, July 26th, the actress, who is now 66, it's hard to believe, spoke candidly about her Jamie Lee Curtis on plastic surgery, referring to women who have undergone such procedures as disfigured, which I think is actually a pretty good adjective to describe it. Mm-hmm. This is her, quote, I've been very vocal about the genocide of a generation of women by the cosmeceutical industrial complex who've disfigured themselves, Curtis told the outlet through an email via her publicist. In a reference to a prop she bought to wear, for the accompanying photo shoot, the star added, the wax lips really sends it home. You know what? I think Jamie Lee Curtis probably listened to my rant last week.
She might have, man.
Wax
lips.
Unlikely.
Lips, wax lips.
Wax lips, yeah. The Oscar winner then doubled down on her use of the word genocide. Again, I was drawing attention to that just a moment ago. I've used that word for a long time, and I use it.
Strong word.
It is. It's a very strong word.
Yeah.
I've used that word for a long time, and I use it specifically because it's a strong word. I believe that we have wiped out a generation or two of natural human appearance. Curtis continued, the concept that you can alter the way you look through chemicals and surgical procedures, fillers, there's a disfigurement of generations of predominantly women, although there are men who do it, who are altering their appearances. And it is aided and abetted by AI because now the filter face is what people want. I was reading this. I'm like, holy cow, I can't believe it. That a filter may look better to some, but better is fake. There are too many examples. I will not name them, but very recently we have had an onslaught through the media. Many of those people, which doesn't judge your Hollywood counterparts, but who choose to have plastic surgery. It doesn't matter. I'm not proselytizing to them. What in the world? I would never say a word. I would never go to someone and ask them, what have you done? All I know is that it is a never-ending cycle. That I do know. Once you start, you cannot stop. But it's not my job to give my opinion. It's none of my business. So I thought that was very, very interesting because, of course, like I said, I had my rant about it last week, and I'm like, the unfunniest friend of the Unfunniest Podcast, Jamie Lee Curtis, she had our back. So there you go.
Thanks, Jamie.
I'll follow up to last week's rant.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, Jamie Lee. Love you,
We're going to make this episode a little bit shorter. with Charlotte's
Miller's
first
gotta
day
go
of
to bed.
school.
Miller's got to go to bed. He's got to go to.
I gotta
he's
be.
got-
Mike's
he's
got to
got to go
pee.
to Alaska or something
I'm
tomorrow.
still dealing with a
I have-
concussion.
I have to be. Not only that, I have to be at the airport in 8 hours. I just realized that.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
Why don't you just go and sleep on the damn cot?
I think I might do that. But so as I mentioned, I got to go to Phoenix tomorrow, where the high will be 112 degrees and the low will be 82.
It's a dry heat.
It's a dry
beautiful.
heat. That's what everyone
Gorgeous.
says. But back in enough time to enjoy some football for this weekend and enjoy the.
So you can go
What's that?
swimming. I said, bring your man thong so you can go swimming out there.
Who
bring your
needs that?
floss.
Who needs that? So going to enjoy nice long flights for there. But what do you guys got up this week?
Jim?
I don't know. That's always my go-to. I don't
As
know.
it seems
It's
to be,
Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday, so let's go.
I had to
let's
change
go
my
back-
schedule.
Let's go back to Mike's. Monday
Oh.
suck. Tuesday, who gives a shit? But we've all right.
But-
that's
by
what
the-
you want to bring up.
It did seem to get a lot of reactions online.
Yeah. By the way,
Bring up
this is
Taco
the
Tuesday.
reactions.
official correction from the Unfunniest Podcast. Our end of we do our corrections. First off, we apologies to who's the Piston that got he's no longer under NBA.
Malik Beasley.
Malik Beasley has been cleared of everything. So
He has
our
been
official
cleared.
apology, Malik. If you want to come on the podcast and talk, we're here for you. The second
Yeah, but he's
is
calling
we
right now.
apologize. Right. We apologize to all of the people who commented that we forgot Taco Tuesday. Extremely sorry, and please accept our forgiveness on Mike's behalf of forgetting Taco Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are pure journalists here.
Listen. We'll make tacos for you.
I understand.
We might have a
I
taco
understand
day.
Taco Tuesday,
Labor
but
Day. Labor Day at the marina. We're doing tacos.
I'm going
There
to
we
stay out. I'm going to stay out of the apologies to the Taco Tuesday crowd because even Taco Tuesday is good, but it still does not make up for Tuesday being a useless day. Well, there's
Made for a minute. Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Hey, real quick, you ever been to Stadium Swim out in Vegas?
Then Wednesday.
I heard about it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be there. We're gonna go in a day early, I believe, for one of our trade shows in November. I think we're gonna go to Stadium Swim.
Factory
we can-
tour. Yeah.
Another factory tour.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You asked me about this week. I know
Obviously,
Miller's trying to get
factory
off the
tours.
podcast, but I'm going to hold him up and make sure that he knows exactly what's going on this week with me. I have my first board meeting at the Marina Condo Association meeting on Wednesday night, so I'll be there for that. And then
Can I
the
attend?
first, huh?
Can I attend?
No,
I-
you have to own a slip at the Marina, Jim.
Oh,
so
thanks.
yeah, sorry.
Great night.
And then Thursday is the official kickoff of high school football. So I'll be in the booth doing some of the music production and Mark, can you please refer back to what I'm crowd control consultant?
You are the
fan section
student cheering section consultant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my official new title.
Student cheering section consultant.
Student fan section cheering consultant. That is a spectacular. Absolutely. I love that title. So I'll be in the booth on Thursday night to kick off the high school football season. So if you are going to be in attendance there, you better look out because I'm going to be throwing things from the press box at people that I do not see cheering. I'm going to take these little wood hearts and I'm going to start throwing them at people. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. And Jimmy, you're going to make plans just so you have plans, right?
Yeah, I'll figure out something.
Great idea.
Nothing to something. We'll figure it out.
Miller, what do you
Exactly.
got? You're going to Arizona,
Yeah, what do you
right?
got going on?
I'm going to Phoenix. I'm
back to
gonna
Cali.
go try to find either a cactus. Or I'm gonna bring in like a lizard back to Charlotte or a snake or something. Sure. So
Hey, Charlotte.
stuff.
Good luck on your first day at school tomorrow there, kid.
Yeah. All the
Good luck,
kids going
Charlotte.
back. Good luck. Good
Bright and
get
early.
A couple of days in. Exactly. So thank you guys for being with us on episode 18. Remember,
you.
the biggest thing, share this with your friends. If you get a laugh out of it, let us know. We love to hear any of the feedback.
Like us.
Thank you guys.
Follow us.
One thing I
Like
would
us,
like
follow
to
us.
say, if you have a rant for Mike,
Suggestion box.
send it to us.
Yeah, you could-
Unfunniestpod@gmail.com.
They are,
Yeah, you could definitely give me all riled up.
yeah.
I'm sure that your rant might be my rant. Just like Jamie Lee Curtis, friend of the Unfunniest Podcast.
Blood pressure medicine, anytime it's not high enough. Let's pump it up.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Have a great week, and we will see you coming up here soon.
See you guys
next week. See you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.